I were talking when we were kind of, talking about the awards, and Coach Medina's, I say a name, and of course, we all know that he's going to go ahead and go right opposite against what I say, because that's what he does. And so I said, Coach, you're talking about a junior. And he goes, I know, Coach, but he's the award. And I said, no, he already got an award. And he looks at me, he's like, no, he hasn't. I said, yes, he has. I said, his award is to be a senior next year. And he looked at me, and very, very few times he ever says, you're right. But he looked at me and says, you're right. I said, yeah. I said, because you ask any one of these seniors, if they trade in any award that they would get tonight to be a senior again and do it all again, I guarantee you the plaques would already be stacked up right now before I even finish my sentence. So I just want to you underclassmen, sophomores now, juniors, and you seniors now that are going to, we're handed the torch. You represent it well, and you soak in all these stories because they're priceless. They're absolutely priceless. So the Defensive Player of the Year award, last year we were playing for the state championship game, and I told and Thorn BP we're finishing up, and we get to the field, and I'm walking down the line, and Kenny already knows it because we've said this story many times, and I told Coach Gurriel, I called up to Coach Gurriel on purpose, and I said, Coach, he goes, yeah, Coach, and I said, I know if JD gets on, I know you're going to bunt. I know you are. I know you are, Coach, and I agree with you. You should bunt. I know you should. I said, but Coach, this kid right here, I was late coming out of the batting cage because I wanted to see when he was going to roll out or hit one. I said, Coach, he hit 20 line drives by my ear, Coach. I said, Coach, I'm not telling you shouldn't bunt, but let him swing. And he looks at me and he goes, oh, okay, Coach. You threw one too many pitches in that cage already, Coach. So at the end of the game, this player right here, he gives me a hug and he says, man, had a day, huh? I said, yeah. I told Coach Gurriel you were swinging it pretty well. He ended up getting 3 hits that game, and just had just an unbelievable state championship round in the semifinals and the state finals. This year, we talk a lot about false hustle, and it's a phrase that Coach Medina coined, and he coins it well when he says that sometimes as players, as athletes, sometimes we really don't want to get that great jump because we really don't want to put ourselves in a position to see if we're really good enough to make that catch. And we talk about it a lot. And as a former shortstop, I know that you're critiqued not by that routine play you make every day, but by that one down the left field line that you got to go and catch to steal them out for your team, or that one in the triangle out there in center field that you got to go out there and steal them out for your team. And we're in Laredo, and my shortstop, he gets a tremendous jump on this ball, and it's like he's just running, to the border, because he just never stops. I'm looking at this baseball, and I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at this baseball, I'm looking at him. I said, he can't get to that. He's not fast enough, right? He's not fast enough. He knows that. And he just keeps on running with his head down. And we always talk about when that ball's out there, you don't really have time to look at it all the way. You gotta, you gotta make a good guess on where that ball's gonna land, and you gotta commit to it. And he made a catch, and Coach Diaz looked at me and he said, "That was it right there, Coach." And I said, "Yeah, that was it." And it gave me goosebumps, and it gave me chills, and thinking about it, this kid right here is just the epitome of being coachable. He's the epitome of a coach telling him, "Trust me and do it like this." It's like that adjustment's already made. And when he tracked down that ball down the left field line, it was just kind of like affirmation that these young men right here, they trust you. And I don't know if there's any greater gift that they can give to a coach or someone who's trying to be a positive influence on their life than trust. Because as we all know, trust isn't easily earned. It takes a while, and the thing about trust is that when there's failure, trust can go away very quickly. But we talk about it, you know, commitment is even when there's failure, you still believe in what you're coached to do. So it's an honor to be a coach at Moody High School, and it's an honor to award Chris Estrada as a recipient for the Defensive Player of the Year.